inside these self-contained bubbles, which are connected with dedicated transport. Well, we've got 5G, health tech, we've got green tech, digital currency, and of course, lots and lots of robots. But let's start with an innovation which is a little bit closer to home for you and me, Annette. The state-run international broadcaster CGTN has set up a news studio on one of the high-speed trains within this closed loop linking Beijing to Zhangjiakou. It's called the 5G Express, and 400 5G base stations were installed along the railway to ensure a stable transmission, even through tunnels. CGTN is filming lots of its English language coverage of the games on board this train, and frankly, I don't see how France 24 can compete with that.
Indeed. Now, they've got a film studio, I understand, like the one that we're in,
Yeah.
and moving at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So what is the picture quality like?
Well, so I mean, because of this 5G technology, they're able to actually broadcast in ultra high definition, even on board this super fast train. So at least 4K, and it even goes up to 8K. That's what CGTN is saying. In fact, from the word go, these Winter Olympics really have sort of been the 8K Olympics. If you didn't catch it, the world's largest LED display was used as a stage for the opening ceremony. It measures 10,500 square meters and has more than 40,000 LED modules, which brings it to a resolution which is better than 8K. And of course, it was filmed in 8K too. The Olympic Broadcasting Service is filming both ceremonies and a number of events in ultra high definition, some even with 360-degree cameras. And the public can watch, of course, on 20 8K huge displays around Beijing.
So these Winter Olympics are pushing broadcasting boundaries, plus they've got some interesting ideas for keeping us journalists happy.
That's right. In the media centre, the dining hall is almost entirely robotic. So you've got robot chefs, a plate delivery system which delivers your meal via a system of drones and drops it down to you from the ceiling. It's even got a robot mixologist as well. And if you need a quick nap after you've had lunch and a bit of a drink, or if you've spent a busy day reporting, then the media centre also has high-tech sleeping pods. They have the same smart bed which they provide for the athletes as well, and you can adjust its position using a remote control or a smartphone, and it even has a massage function. Rather disconcertingly, though, these pods are completely transparent, so your colleagues might catch you having a kip if they're walking by.
Indeed. Now, on a more serious note, there's quite a bit of concern about unwanted surveillance in this bubble.
That's right. So China has relaxed its Great Firewall inside the bubble, and it's allowing apps like Twitter and Instagram to be accessed. But prior to the Games, several Olympic committees actually warned their athletes and teams going to take burner phones instead of their personal electronic devices for fear that they could be spied on. In fact, there were fears that this would happen through the 5G network, which was set up for the bubble, or through the official My 2022 app, which attendees all have to download to monitor their health status. Now, the think tank Citizen Lab found several security flaws in the app, though it says this is not unusual for Chinese apps. Notably, in the code, it found a blacklist of 2,500 politically sensitive phrases. Yu Hong, the Beijing Olympics Organizing Committee tech chief, says the My 2022 app never intentionally included this list. Let's take a listen.
首先，冬奥通不包含这样的功能，也就是说，从我们的设计开发开始就没有提出这样的功能需求。那现在呢，你去测试一下，也不会由于这个实现这样的功能。
Now, another well-documented controversy and something that's gone viral on social media is the use of artificial snow at these games.
Yeah, so the massive amount of manufactured snow they need has captured people's interest, especially in the context of the climate. The New York Times reports that the government has diverted water from a key reservoir and has flooded, in fact, a riverbed and resettled hundreds of farmers and their families. So it's no wonder that the Chinese Olympic Committee is very keen to brand these games as the greenest ever. The venues are all powered by renewables, and most of the ice rinks are in fact refrigerated by something called natural CO2, which is environmentally friendly compared to to hydrofluorocarbons, which are usually used to refrigerate ice rinks. Add to this the fact that nearly all the vehicles are running on clean energy, and you do get an actually pioneering approach to reducing emissions for big events. But it's worth remembering that the rest of China, of course, is still heavily reliant on coal, so this Olympic bubble remains a kind of utopian experiment for now, at least.